Morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the overview of research methodology. But before that, what is Indigenous Research Methodology or IRM? It is a transformed research from outsider lead investigation into a collaborative, community driven process designed to respect, protect, and empower Indigenous peoples. Instead of treating indigenous community as a passive subject to be studied, this approach values indigenous knowledge system as valid and living and ensure that research follows ethical practices such as pre, prior, and informed consent while benefiting the community. We're going to talk about the three types of RRM, which is the Center Indigenous Knowledge System, respect cultural and traditional and protocols, and last, the values community participation and shared ownership. And according to Sean Wilson po, he explained that knowledge is relational, meaning it is created through connection between people, nature, and spiritually. Thus, we have to maintain and honor these relationships. The indigenous worldview views knowledge not as isolated facts, but as a living, holistic, and relational system where learning involves the whole person and carries a sacred responsibility to respect and benefit the community, land, and the spiritual world.
Dumako naman tayo sa key principles of indigenous research. Una ay ang relationality. Ito ay tungkol sa idea na lahat ng bagay ay connected sa isa't isa. Tao, kalikasan, at pati spiritual world. Sa indigenous research, hindi dapat isipin ng researcher na hiwalay siya sa community. Dapat maging parte siya ng relationship at connection sa mga taong pinag-aaralan niya. Halimbawa, hindi lang basta pupunta ang researcher para magtanong, tapos aalis na agad. Kailangan niyang magpakilala, makisama, at bumuo ng tiwala sa community. Mahalaga ito kasi para sa indigenous people, ang knowledge ay hindi pag-ari ng isang tao lang. Ito ay pinapasa at binabahagi sa loob ng kanilang relasyon at komunidad. Pangalawa ay ang respeto. Ito naman ay paggalang sa kultura, tradisyon, at paniniwala ng indigenous community. Bilang researcher, kailangan sundin ang kanilang cultural practices at kilalanin ang wisdom ng elders o matatanda sa komunidad. Ibig sabihin, hindi dapat pilitin ng researcher ang sariling opinyon o pananaw niya. Mas importante na pakinggan at unawaan ang perspective ng indigenous people mismo. Kapag may respeto, mas maiiwasan ang maling pagpipresenta o paghusga sa kanilang kultura. Pangatlo ay ang reciprocity. Ito ay nangangahulugan ng give and take o may balik din sa community. Hindi dapat ang researcher lang ang makikinabang sa research. Dapat may magandang maidudulot din ito sa mga participant at sa komunidad. Halimbawa, pwedeng ibahagi ng researcher ang results ng study, magbigay ng resources, o tumulong sa community bilang pasasalamat sa knowledge na ibinahagi nila. Dahil dito, nagkakaroon ng trust at mas matibay na partnership sa pagitan ng researcher at community. Panghuli ay ang responsibility. Ito ay tumutukoy sa obligasyon ng researcher na maging maingat at ethical sa buong research process. Responsibilidad niyang siguraduhin na hindi dapat magagamit sa maling paraan ang impormasyon na ibinahagi ng community. Kailangan ding protektahan ang mga sacred or sensitive knowledge na hindi dapat ibinabahagi sa iba. At kahit tapos na ang research, may responsibilidad pa rin ang researcher sa komunidad dahil accountable siya sa epekto ng kanyang study.
So, decolonizing research challenges the dominance of Western perspective and addresses the history of research practices that have often marginalized indigenous peoples and their knowledge systems. So it calls for a shift toward approaches that recognize indigenous voices, experience, and ways of knowing as valid and central rather than secondary. This means placing strong importance on culture, place, and personal experiences, ensuring that research is grounded in the realities of the community being studied. It also requires researchers to critically reflect on their own assumptions, biases, and positions of power, and to avoid imposing outside interpretations on indigenous knowledge. So, decolonizing research is a way of conducting research that challenges the dominance of Western perspective. So, in simple terms, research should not only based on Western ideas, but also we should recognize and value the knowledge, experiences, and culture of indigenous people. For example, if you need or if you want to research about traditional medicines that are used by indigenous people, it's better to interview them or to ask them personally to get the direct um, knowledge and ideas rather than just search sources or Western sources online. So that means in decolonizing research, culture and tradition are valued, the voice of the community comes first, and imposing the researcher's own perspective is avoided. So, challenges in indigenous research. First one is integrating indigenous and Western knowledge systems. So it is hard to combine scientific methods and traditional knowledge. For example, um, Western science may not immediately accept a community's beliefs about a medicinal plant, even though matagal na nilang ginagamit and for them it is effective. And then the second one is ethical dilemmas in representation and ownership. So this is about who has the right to that knowledge that was gathered. So for example, may isang researcher na nag-publish ng books or journals about sa culture ng isang tribe or indigenous community. Should he or she be the only one to benefit, or should the community also have a share? So that is ethical dilemmas in representation and ownership. Meanwhile naman, yung power imbalances between researchers and communities. Ito yung the researcher has more power than the community. Halimbawa, um, may isang researcher na nagagather ng data. So that researcher has the full power to write kung ano yung gusto niyang isulat. Kahit na for the indigenous community, hindi yun yung pinapaniwalaan nila or sa tingin nila hindi yun yung tama. But regardless, the researcher still has the upper hand kasi siya yung gumagawa. So, indigenous research methods in practice. Indigenous research methods and practices focus on approaches that prioritize relationships, community involvement, and shared meaning. So we have four. First one is storytelling and oral history. Second is sharing circles. Number three is participatory research. Number four is community-based approaches. So storytelling and oral histories are used to pass down knowledge, values, and lived experiences through narratives, allowing participants to share their perspective in a natural and culturally meaningful way. So, for example, a grandmother is telling stories about the origin of their place or of a certain something. So, um, that story is passed down through generations, and it can also be an important tool for a research or data for a research. And number three is sharing circles. So it creates a safe and respectful space where each person has an equal chance to speak and be heard, promoting openness, trust, and collective understanding. So sharing circles, ito yung they sit in a circle. It's a method where they sit in a circle and each and every one of them has the chance to speak. So they often talk about their personal experiences. The third one is participatory research. It involves community members as active partners in the research process from planning to data gathering and interpretation, rather than treating them as subjects. So yung participatory research, ito na yung involved na yung community. Hindi na lang sila respondents or subjects. So an example of this is pwedeng yung community na mismo or yung subject na mismo yung nag-gather ng data para sa research. So, yan. The fourth one is community-based approaches. Center the needs, priorities, and leadership of the community, ensuring that the research is relevant, respectful, and beneficial. So, ito yung this focus on the needs of the community. For example, if the research is about water shortage, the goal is to find a solution that will directly help the community.
Good day everyone, my name is Christian Navarro and I will be continuing our reporting entitled Overview of Indigenous Research Methodology. But first, what is Indigenous Research Paradigm? Indigenous Research Paradigm is a way of doing research that centers indigenous worldview, culture, and lived experiences. It sees reality as relational or interconnected, where people, nature, and spirits are connected. Knowledge comes from relationship, shared experiences, and community practices, not just informal data. Values like respect, responsibility, and reciprocity guide every step of the research. Methods follow the culture and ethics of the community so that research stays meaningful and beneficial to the people involved in the research. There are four indigenous research paradigms. The first one is called ontology. Ontology refers to the nature of reality and what is considered to exist. Sa indigenous research, ang reality ay hindi hiwalay sa tao, kalikasan, at komunidad. Lahat ay magkakaugnay at may relasyon sa isa't isa. Meaning, we will understand reality through connections, not as a separate parts. Ang mundo ay tinitingnan bilang isang buo na may ugnayan. The second one is called epistemology. Epistemology is about how the knowledge is created. Ang kaalaman ay nanggagaling sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa kapwa, kalikasan, at kultura. Hindi lang ito nanggagaling sa mga libro o mga data, kundi sa lived experiences at shared practices. Researchers will learn by engaging with the community and respecting their knowledge system as well as their traditions. Meanwhile, methodology refers to the approaches and processes used to gather knowledge or information. Ang paraan ng pananaliksik ay nakaayon sa kultura at paniniwala ng komunidad. Mahalaga ang pakikipag-ugnayan at pakikibahagi sa proseso. And this paradigm is not fixed. Instead, it is flexible. Depending on the context you choose, methods that respects tradition and local practices. The last one is called axiology. Axiology deals with the values and ethics in research. Pinapahalagahan nito ang respeto, responsibilidad at integridad ng isang mananaliksik. Ang researcher ay dapat may malasakit sa komunidad at hindi lamang kumukuha ng impormasyon o hindi lamang ginagamit ang komunidad na kanyang pag-aaralan. And your values shape how you act and decide during a research. Dapat laging may etikal at may pakinabang ang mga kalahok. Kailangan na ang mga kalahok sa isang pananaliksik ay mabebenepisyuhan ng iyong pananaliksik. Ano nga ba ang kahalagahan ng indigenous research methodology? Indigenous research methodology is important because they center people, culture, and identity, and not just the data itself. So, inililipat nito ang pananaliksik mula sa simpleng pagkuha lamang ng datos tungo sa kolaborasyon ng mga mananaliksik at ng kanilang mga respondente, na kung saan aktibong hinuhubog ng komunidad ang proseso at ang kinalabasan ng pananaliksik. Sa ganitong paraan, ang kaalaman ay sama-samang nililikha at ang mga natuklasan ay mas nagiging nakabatay sa tunay na karanasan ng mga respondente. It also helps protect indigenous voices from misuse and ensures that their stories that are told with accuracy and respect. You build trust through respect and participation. And that trust leads to the deeper and more honest insight among the community. They also promote ethical responsibility where researchers give back to the community instead of only taking information from them. This approach supports cultural preservation, especially for tradition and practices that are often ignored or lost. Sa mas malalim na level, it challenges the dominance in research systems and shows that indigenous knowledge is valid and valuable. It encourages you or us to see research as a relationship and not just a task or a requirement for a certain subject. And most importantly, I want to quote this, that research is not just about finding answers. It is about honoring and giving back to the people, the culture, and the relationship behind those answers. To conclude our reporting, indigenous research methodology offers a meaningful and respectful way to understand knowledge by centering indigenous worldview, values, and lived experiences. Ipinapakita nito na ang research ay hindi lamang patungkol sa pagkalap ng mga datos. Ito rin ay tungkol sa pagbuo ng mga relationship, paggalang sa kultura at tradisyon ng mga katutubo at pagtiyak na may pakinabang ang pananaliksik sa komunidad. And guided by the relationality, respect, reciprocity, and responsibility, it makes research process ethical and culturally grounded. It also challenges the Western dominance by amplifying indigenous voices and promoting more inclusive and socially just practices. Overall, it reminds us that research becomes a truly powerful device when it is collaborative, culturally sensitive, and accountable to the people it serves. And just like what Uncle Ben from Spider Man once said, with great power comes great responsibility. The power given to us to conduct a research comes with a heavy responsibility to tell their stories, to amplify the voices of the indigenous community, and to give back on them, ensuring that they are the co authors of the research and not just a subject of the research.